Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is Witchery Brews. Today we're covering level 6, and we're getting into some heavy-duty stuff here. Make sure you just pick what you want from the menu, and we'll move along. Well, luckily we have Clucky McCluckface today. He is going to be helping us out, aren't you, buddy? Yep, he definitely is. So we're going to get into some really interesting stuff. If you go into your Witch's Brews, let's go in here. Effect level 6, and we're doing the last bit here. We're doing Resizing, Steel Buffs, Fortune, and Drain Magic. So yeah, this is where it gets really cool and expensive, very expensive. In fact, we're going to be using another star in one of the recipes today. But moving on from that, we've got Resizing, which is the first one. This one is a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun. I love this one so much. It does require emeralds as your main ingredient, though. The power for this, less power on this one will make you smaller. More power will make you bigger. So, you know, you can actually save some cost on this one by putting less stuff in a way. Your area of effect is just going to be your splash area. It doesn't really affect much else. And your level. So if you don't add anything for your level, like your glowstone and your blaze rods and your tombstone, if you don't put anything in there, you're going to be this little teeny tiny dude, 1/4 your size. I mean, really small. And that will be demonstrated shortly. Level 2 will give you a half size. Level 3 will give you 1.5 size. Level 4 will give you double size, which, it's super size. Very good. But it doesn't last very long, regrettably. I think this is probably the biggest problem with this brew, is that it really could use some more length on it. I mean, it's not really going to hurt a lot, in my opinion. But and it doesn't change anything for your damage. So whether you're small or you're large, your damage ratio is going to be the same. And your targeting changes when you get bigger for ranged weapons. So if you have a bow and you shoot something over there, instead you'll be shooting like much lower than where the reticule is on your screen. But it won't change anything for when you're small. So let's go, let's grab some of these here, and I'm going to grab one of this, and we should be good. Let me put this back away. All right, I have a little demonstration area over here. Now, it should be said that the Resizing Brew is best as a drinkable potion, but if you're using it on other people, you can easily use it as a splash potion. And just so that I don't get affected by this, I am using some remote options here. So I have some volunteers here for the resizing experiment. Now we've got level 1. And you can see there, that guy kind of shrunk down to almost nothing. You could barely see that chicken in there. Let's hit it again and see if... There we go. You can see he kind of... See if that's not working properly. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, they don't let... It's not the best because they're currently being splashed while on the effective thing. I will demonstrate it myself, but here's level 2. And you can see that they are still small, don't get me wrong. Then level 3, which goes from regular size to 1.5 size. And then you've got your level 4, which is, of course, really big. Monster chickens. So... Yeah. Now let me drink some of these here. We have your Resizing and Resizing 4. These are the demonstrations for the different sizes here. We're gonna drink the small one, and you can see, I'm a little guy, and I can't make it up. Very high edges here. I mean, right now I'm flying in creative mode, but allow me to demonstrate what this looks like here. So I can't get up on this chest, because I can't jump high enough. But a half slab I can get up top of, and I'm good to go. But then again, anything like 1 pixel height, I still can't get up on top of, like these lily pads. So that's something to take into consideration there. But as a flying little mini guy, I can be really cool, a lot of fun. You can fit in little small spaces easier than the bigger ones, of course. Now, if I switch to my other potion here, let me see, that one. That's the one I want. And now I drink this. I get super big. So big I'm going to be off the screen. Whoa, God. I'm huge, and when I switch to a different perspective, it still makes me look like I'm growing, which is kind of interesting. But basically, your jump rate also increases. So now I can jump across the tops of these with the greatest of ease. In fact, I kind of get like an automatic step up assist because it's like I'm just walking up and down 1 pixel height instead. So I can, walk up here. Let's kind of jump on top of one of these trees, and then I can just easily run across the tops of the trees with the greatest of ease. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can't fit through small spaces, though. For instance, let me fly over here and try and get between some of these here. You see how big I am, but I just shrunk down. I couldn't fit through here before, but I would have been able to walk over that. But now that I'm back to normal size, of course I can. So there you go, resizing. Quite a lot of fun. I really like that one a lot. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite, Magic's brew in all of Witchery, just because of the fun that you can have with friends on that one, shrinking your entire party or whatnot. We used it in the Departed series as well, and that was a lot of fun. All right, so let's move on. Let's do steel buffs. This one here is quite interesting. It is an offensive brew that is used in a way to empower you and kind of take away from others. Obviously, you're stealing others' buffs. So let me grab these brews here. I currently, I'm going to leave a couple in there because I'm in creative. I can do this. I've got a splash brew of regeneration 4, speed 4, fire resist 4, and strength 4. Fire resist 2 and strength 1, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I've got 4 different things on here. And I've got all these different splash brews, but I can also have it in a drinking potion, which is what I recommend. It's best as a drinking brew because you don't want your enemies or those that you're targeting to steal your buffs. You want to steal the buffs. And therefore, you can also put fast quaffing on this, as you can see in your book here. Let's see. Or is it modifiers? You can add in some rowan berries, exhale hornwood, and Spanish moss so that if you're in the middle of a battle or something, you don't need to worry so much about it. But let's toss out this regeneration potion here, and it's a big splash area. You can see they all have these effects. Now, if I drink this, I just got all of those abilities. But you notice that some of these guys still have their properties, and some of them don't. That's because you're only going to steal from maybe 1 or 2. You're not going to steal from an entire group. Actually, I think it's just the one, really, that I stole from. And I might have stolen different abilities from different guys. But it can be very helpful, especially if you're fighting another witch or PvP situation where people are enchanted through their own drinks or something like that. Or if you just have a friend who's like totally buffed their stuff up and they're like, all right, let's go fight the Ender Dragon. You just steal their buffs and say, yes, let's do it. Very trolly. Sorry. I shouldn't be telling you people this because I very much promote very nice and pleasant play on the Minecrafts. But anyway, moving on. Let's get to luck. So luck is, well, luck. It's just like mining. If you were to enchant a pick with luck, that's exactly what this does. The effect is if you have a brew of luck 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to want these in a drinking brew so you can make them last as long as possible. And for instance, I added some redstone and obsidian to this one, and it lasts for 9 minutes. And that's just at the expense of some clay. But then again, you'll have to increase any other modifiers like, glowstone, blaze rod, attune stone, as you want to increase the luck level. But if you just want at least luck 1, it's just going to cost you like a level 6, which is going to be like Tear of the Goddess, Diamond Vapor, and a Diamond, or Netherwart, Tear of the Goddess, and Diamond Vapor, plus 1 piece of clay in order to get at least 3 minutes of luck. Which, if you have Silk Touch on something, therefore you can just harness that and put a whole bunch of things down, boost your luck up, and then just rip through everything. Something like that. But there you go. It's best as a drinking brew. There's not really much you can do area of effect if you really want, but it's just going to cut the time down, so it's not really worth it. But if you want to enchant an entire group of people, then it might be worthwhile. And then in that case, I would recommend a gas brew so you can keep renewing that. And here we have Drain Magic. This one here is very, very unique. It uses Condensed Fear, which is not an easy thing to come by. The recipe for that, you need to brew a flowing spirit plus oil of vitriol in order to do that, to get the Condensed Fear in a distillery. So it's a rather expensive item, only because it's more challenging to obtain. But more power on this one means that you will drain more magic. Now, by magic, I mean, if you look on the left side there, I have a little infusion bar. And that's what this would affect in my case. If you just throw this on creatures and whatnot, it will not really affect them too much. It will, probably not affect most of them at all. It all depends if they have magic meter power, or magic, the power from the magic meter on the side there, like an infusion bonus or something. There may be some bosses or something like that this might affect or slow down briefly, but often they will also have some kind of magic regen that will offset this. But it works really good as a gas brew, but it also works really good just as a powerful thing. If you want to cheapen the cost of this for you, obviously besides the Condensed Fear, because that is already expensive, I would recommend a lower level with a gas brew will accomplish the same effect as just putting a high level as a splash potion. The reason in this case being, let's grab a splash 4 here, because if you... Now, currently right here, I have a ritual going on that will replenish my magic. So if I toss this Splash Brew of Drain Magic, it's level 4. Boom, I lost all my magic. And if I stand here, I will replenish my magic over time. But you can see level 1 will take about a quarter, level 2 take about a half, level 3 take about 3/4, and level 4 will take all of it. So in a Splash Brew, I'd go for level 4, just so you can completely deplete an opponent's magic reserves. But if you are, not wanting to spend all your resources on the Glowstone, Blaze Rod, Attune Stone, then you can just skip those 3, turn it into a gas brew with a Wool of Bat at the end, and therefore you will effectively do the same exact thing that you would need to do, and you don't need to, spend those ingredients on it, because it's just going to constantly hit your target over and over again with that gas brew, assuming that you get a good splash effect. And here we go, Vallen's Brew of the Gingerbread Man. That's right. I came up with a wonderful title for this one. I thought it was very fitting. The idea is you're going to be extremely small and difficult to hit, but it is going to be very expensive. So we're going to, I'll grab one of them here. It should turn out the same way. It might be a different color, but it should turn out the same way. I'll grab these. Plus, I already have some gold nuggets and a bucket of milk, just in case I want to eliminate the effects. But let's go over here on how to make it. It's actually not as long, it's just more expensive. This is going to be a total capacity of 10. And if you've got your Witch's Brews book, your capacity is only increased by these items in this order, which therefore you can only get to 9 without using another star. So, therefore, we're using another star, and we're skipping the Mandrake Root and the Netherwort. We're just doing 2, 4, 6, and then 4 more for 10. So that is your capacity. We're going to do the, what was it there? Tear of the Goddess, Diamond Vapor, Diamond, and Nether Star, as you see here. That's going to be your capacity, and then we're going to do the Gold Nuggets, because when you're tiny, the little particle effects make things almost impossible to see. So therefore, I recommend putting a gold nugget before all of these ones. But a gold nugget, and then redstone and obsidian to lengthen the miniaturization. 1 emerald. Then you go gold nugget, glowstone, blaze rod, charged attune stone, and sugar for the speed effect. Then repeat the same thing here, plus leather for jumping. And this will give you a high number of jumping and speed bonuses, plus it will shrink you. And then you bottle it up, and you get Vallen's Brew of what I just kind of put Vallen's Brew of Gingerbread, because any more characters on that actually doesn't fit. But I like it's the Gingerbread Man. And if you're not familiar with that old nursery rhyme, then I suggest you look it up yourself. But let's make this potion or brew right here and now. So let's see. Tear of the Goddess, Diamond Vapor, Diamond, Nether Star, Gold Nugget, Redstone, Obsidian, and of course an emerald. Oops, I forgot to get one of those here. There we go. And then we start back with gold nugget, glowstone, blaze rod, a tombstone, and you don't need to add in the lengtheners again for the jump and speed, because those are definitely going to outlast the shrink. Then another gold nugget, glowstone, blaze rod, a tombstone, and sugar. Then you just bottle it up. You don't need to add any other modifiers on there. And I have here Brew of Resizing, Jumping, and Speed, which is pretty much the same thing, just a different color, as Vallen's Brew of Gingerbread Man. And how this works. Alright, so I'm going to drink it. And you see that the particles are not there anymore, or they're very difficult to see. You can see that they're very faded, but I am a little tiny guy. So let's go here, and yeah, you can see I'm like zooming about, so this is a lot of fun. You can still do the same damage. I mean, if I use a bow, pew, you know, I can still shoot. Here, I will show you how big these arrows are in comparison to me. They are massive. I mean, oops, I keep picking them up. But look, the arrow's like twice as big as I am. But I mean, the resize lasts for a minute, the rest of it lasts for 3 minutes, and you can just zoom around. If you have flight, that's even better, because you're going to be hard to see because you're the size of a flea. Anyway, you'll be very small, hard to hit, and you'll still have your abilities to shoot the enemy or even attack them with your choice of weapon. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to spread the mischief to others if you think they'll enjoy our content. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.